Today I'm going to show you how to drive in iRacing. It sounds quite simple, but look, it can be really daunting. This is a 52 car race in iRacing. This is an offline race, but I do most of my iRacing online. And cars spinning out, cars crashing, cars losing their license, drivers losing their license. I've seen it all, especially at Silverstone. So I'm going to let you know the sort of basics of how to drive in iRacing and how to have fun. iRacing is a simulator. For me, it's the most fun simulator, actually, racing simulator. So we see here, the first thing you've got to do in iRacing for sure is map your left and right buttons. You can see here, looking left and right, I'm able to navigate there and feel and see the space available. I'm not going to go through a gap here in the middle. That's just asking for trouble. That is how a lot of accidents happen, going around the middle. Instead, I'm going to stay in my lane. And you can see now I can just glance there, the right, we're clear. Now we're unclear, now we're back clear again. We've got the crew chief saying it, but the crew chief is often delayed. And I wouldn't rely exactly on the crew chief. And by the way, if you're doing an endurance race online, your teammates spotting for you, they also will have a little bit of a delay. So you can see us here, we're just sort of carving through the field by being sensible. We don't want to get any contact, because any contact in iRacing, it's not like ACC, where contact is a bit more par for the course. iRacing is not a game where you want to make any sort of contact. You will spin out, you will take damage. Any innocuous contact can lead to basically terminal damage on your car, or at worst, or at best damage that you're going to carry with you that's going to lose you time as your car's slower. Never stick a wheel up the inside of cops, Christian Horner says, but we've just done it there and survived. See, the Ford GT is a little bit sluggish. And again, just going to pick my line. The Ford GT is going to have to brake on the way in. Oh, there we go. A little bit of contact there. So I was playing a little bit fast and loose. That's a 0x. That's very unusual in iRacing, because it's normally in the way I've read the iRacing rulebook. I won't bore you why, but you can guess. And the iRacing rulebook says it doesn't try and apportion blame when there's incidents between drivers. It just basically penalises both drivers. That's different to Gran Turismo, for example, that will actually try and work out who to blame. I think ACC often blames both drivers, says both of you've lost safety rating. But iRacing is very clear. If there's any contact, both drivers will just get a penalty. Apart from that one where it gave it a 0x, so it decided there that that wasn't worthy of a penalty. That's another 0x. You can see I wasn't really checking my inside there with the view and listening to the crew chief. There we go, now we're clear. Do we want to go up the inside at farm? Potentially. He's still there, so I'm going to have to give him a wide berth through the left-hander into the village, and we get the move done. And you can see this is a lot of fun. Scything through the field in a Ferrari GT3. I love this car. Went to America to drive this car for real. And I have to say, it's even more fun driving this car in real life than it is in the sim. But the sim really does prepare you for this car. This car handles in real life very similar to iRacing. The way that the back end wants to come round and it's pushing the car around, you need to harness it. The way that you can sort of pirouette it on the brakes. See, we try and go around the... Oh, the AMG's gone there. Bit of awareness, going to come to a stop. And now I'm going to stay stationary. And now we're clear. There goes the AMG. That was the best thing to do, was just live to fight another day. Now, I do a lot of iRacing endurance. So I've done 8 hours straight. I've sat in this Place It Challenge for 8 hours straight and done a stint. If that sounds insane, then hit that like button and subscribe, because you'll like what we do on this channel. But in endurance races, it's all about self-preservation now. Hopefully we've got away without any real damage. You can see already, by the way, just how many incidents we've had, how much contact there's been in just a few laps here at Silverstone. Even though I'm trying to do a video to show you how to really drive in iRacing, that's the nature of iRacing. It just wants you to go side by side. It invites you. It's a very stable simulator, so you feel like, oh, I can get really close here, but if you get too close, it's a disaster. But both that AMG, the AI driver, and ourselves, we did the right thing, came to a stop, let everyone else go around us predictably, probably to the left and to the right, and then we're able to get on our way. And look, we've already caught up with the field. So in the scheme of things, if this is a 6-hour race at Silverstone, which I've done a few times, then it's a much better outcome than having got taken out and getting what's known as a meatball, which means a repair you need to take. Basically a black and orange flag, the steward saying you need to come to the pits to repair that, you can't stay out anymore. Going to go around again here and just try and show you some more ways to drive in iRacing. See this Ford GT's on the brakes a little bit. By the way, I don't have the sound on very loud. If you're wondering why the gear changes might be a little bit weird, that's why. Just want to make sure I'm doing the video for you in the best comfort for you. Up the inside of the Huracan. There we go, we've got a 1X there for doing a track cut. So in a lot of races, trying to remember, in a VRS 3-hour race, team race, I think you only get 25 of those. So it forces you to drive very quickly. In any sort of race, we'd be what I call over budget right now. Having got a 5X for the various pieces of content. Look at the delta there beside itself. Having got a 5X, if we continued at this rate, we would be all spent in about 10 laps, which is not going to work. Probably too deep here to get up the inside of Cops, so we'll just put him under pressure. And then here it's going to be very difficult to overtake. So you might shape for it. If you're doing a multiplayer race, you might shape and see if he's going to back out. But if they don't back out, yellow flag ahead, you can see on the left-hand side. So we're going to keep our wits about us here. Get ready to brake. There we go, ready to brake. There's a big pile up here. I'm going to try and go round the outside because we're able to see it. And look at us now, opportune. In iRacing, you can, I want to get this right, you can overtake under yellow flags. Kind of a weird one. That is the main thing in real world racing. When I do real world racing, you do not overtake under a yellow unless you pass the instant. But unless I'm wrong, I don't think that gets you penalised in iRacing. Now you can see the relative is not going to update, so the standings are not going to update there until we go over the line. You can get overlays, various overlays. Whoa! My word. My friend. What have you done there? This is going to be the last lap of the race, by the way. So we'll see what position we were on. That was quite a big pile up of cars. Where are we? We are up to P40. So started P52, now at P40, coming into farm. Look at the speed here. Do we want to try and go up the inside? No. Have to get really tight with the car ahead, really know your bearings, know where the bonnet goes. Slow car on the right here, that might condense things. There they are. Might have been a further incident as well. This is where we got the penalty last time with track cut, so it's playing a little bit wide this time. Looks like the AMG might have been involved. He's very slow. So can we go up the inside of the Lamborghini Huracan? Going to be risky. No, he's already trying to go up the AMG. Look at this, by the way. This is AI racing. Very close there. And there's another yellow flag. Let's keep our wits on the left-hand side there. We can see a Ford GT just run out of track. Crazy stuff. But I can tell you, this is very realistic for iRacing multiplayer. Had to lift off there. Still got the 0x. I was playing it too fast and loose. See the Ford GT behind has to lift off as well. Very exciting stuff. Trying to go around the outside of him at Cops. Oh, love it. Love it. Christian Horner's just exploded there. So we gained a few more positions, but now we just want to get it home on the last lap. We want to see it to the finish. This is where there was a big crash last time. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, on the... Okay, here we go. Trying to see whether we can go up the inside at Stowe. Let's see. Right, let's try and send it. It's such a wide entry corner. And you can see in the mirror there, we managed to get the move done. So, another position gained. Not going to be likely we're going to get any more before the finish line, so we just want to avoid hitting anyone or being hit. Now we want to see it over. I think we might have ended up with a 5x, which I think we take for a 4-lap sprint at Silverstone. There we go. Now, when you finish the race, it's not like ACC or anything. You can still get penalties. So I'm going to pull over here, not get hit, and I'm going to come to a stop, and I'm going to reset back to the bits. I transmitted there. I'm going to reset back to the pits. Now what I would do is I would go back here to lap 1 and have a look. If you press the space bar, you'll take the thing off, have a look what's going on, sort of analyse some of those moments, how close was I, just take mental notes. You know, was there more space than I expected, was there less space than I expected? When you're in the cockpit it can feel very different. Sometimes like, whoa, I was really too close to that car ahead, or hang on, I'm giving too much space. I really recommend after you do a race, just decompress and watch the replay. But I really hope this helped you. Please subscribe if it did. Please hit that like button. You can go to sim.doctor, the website, if you want more coaching tips and things like that. It would be great to have you. But otherwise, I'll see you next time.